Trio, trio, trio,
Sports and whatnot. How is we've never talked about this on any of our podcasts, and it's kind of funny, but we've talked about like fatherhood and we've say we married, but like how's the married life, bro? Like we're both freshly married as far as like within the past like 2.5 years and whatnot. How has married life been? How has it been living with your wife, making these group decisions? If that's how you operate, I know
it's a learning experience. And it's like I tell people all the time when they ask me how's marriage, it's not different from being in a relationship, because when you're in a relationship, you should be, if you're in a serious one, you should be trying to court. You should be in the courting. So I say the only thing, it's a mental change, because it's like at this point you're not like whatever happens, like it's not no like you can't just like leave, like say fuck it, like you can't just say fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like there has to be much effort put into any issues that's being had. You know what I'm saying? So it's a learning experience. It's wonderful though, because like at all times you got somebody in your corner. You know what I'm saying? Like you have somebody on your side who really has your best interest at heart, and they'll do almost anything for you. You know what I'm saying? So there's definitely like a blessing towards it. It's great, but it's a lot of work for sure, especially with having like a newborn.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sure. That's a whole different. It's a whole different dynamic, bro. When you add a third person,
for sure.
a third stomach into it. So let me ask this. So like, I think a lot of people kind of look at marriage and be like, I want my space, so on and so forth. How has it been handled? Like, obviously, y'all were living together before y'all got married, right? Yeah, so y'all got the opportunity to understand, like, does this shit really work when we're dealing with each other? Yeah, for sure. But it's kind of it's funny in the sense of, how do you handle arguments? How do you talk it out? And the growth that you've seen in yourself, like I myself have seen growth in my my mid-20s to when I was just in regular relationships, and like to now, right? Like how do I handle an argument? Like I used to be much, and I'm still like this, like walking away. It's like, hey, look, I'm hot. I don't even want to talk right now. Let me walk away and stuff like that. Let me come back after I cool down. But then you have some people, like, in this case, women, for my case, that they don't do the walking away shit, bro. It's kind of like you have some people, it's like, nah, we're gonna handle this right now. And it's like that clash,
yeah,
and whatnot.
That's why I said it was learning, because you have to learn how your partner responds to different situations, because you may not respond the same. And I say this for us, we don't respond to situations the same. That's just the bottom line. We don't. I'm a little more. The reason I said it was a learning experience, because everybody doesn't respond to situations the same way, and that's the case for us. Like we don't respond to things the same way. I'm a little more calm. I'm a little more collected, a little less anxious, whereas to my wife isn't that way. So it's a learning experience, because you have to learn how the other person responds to things, so that way you can kind of maneuver the situation. You know what I'm saying? And once you realize how the person responds, then that way you can kind of carve your response to match that and help them. You know what I'm saying? And to not kind of do, but all of that takes time. You know what I mean? Like all of that takes time. And if my personal opinion, like it takes at minimum, you know what I'm saying, a year, most times more, for you to truly know your partner. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's gonna be things that you learn down the line that sometimes situations just don't come up, you know what I'm saying? But they may come up while you're married, and then that's where you kind of gotta kind of realize, okay, you know, this hasn't happened before, you know what I'm saying? So I have to learn how she responds to a situation like this, and try not to, you know, just try to maneuver that. So that's why I say it's a learning experience, right, for sure.
Nah, you're right. It is. I think it's so much getting to know each other. It's like, you know, the marriage in general, bro. Like for me, the idea of marriage wasn't really groundbreaking, right? Because I felt like the way that I treat you, the way that I treat a woman that I care about,
the same way, right?
That top spot, it's the same way. You feel me? That's just how I operate. I think for some people, they operate very differently. Now, don't get me wrong. How I treat you. Now, as far as how I care for you, like, you know.
Yeah, so I'm glad you said that, because there's a difference, bro. Like, you can treat everyone with respect, but you don't care for everyone the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can treat everyone with respect and be nice, and I think I won't get into that, but fuck it, bro. No, fuck it, bro.
Press the button.
Bro, fuck
press
it.
that button.
I feel like, and this might come back on me because some niggas just ain't shit. You know what I mean? But I feel like women have to realize, as well as males. Matter of fact, both of us have to realize that you can treat somebody, you know, with love, you know what I'm saying? But as far as caring for someone, that's totally different. You know what I'm saying? So you caring for someone should be different than you treating someone right, treating someone well, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like both males and females have to realize that. Males have to realize that you can't care for everybody. You can treat everybody nice, but you can't care for everybody.
So this is what I'm getting. So this is what I'm getting from you, right? And this is going to throw, I guess, a whole bunch of dudes under the bus. But you got some dudes, the way they operate is like, oh, you my wife, I treat you with respect.
But you care.
The utmost respect. And I care. But then you have that same dude be like, oh, you not my wife, and you don't have the title of wife. Okay, my level of respect and care.
Exactly. They're not treating them, you know, a right way. Even though that you can not care for somebody, but treat them right. You get what I'm saying? I live by the golden rule, bro. You treat others how you want to be treated. So no matter how I feel about you, if I don't fucking like you, like, and it's not many people like that, like, you know. But if I don't like you, that doesn't mean that I have to disrespect you. You get what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that I have to treat you like you are dirt. So,
yeah. Hey, it's funny you say that, bro, because I've always lived by that, you know, pre-marriage and whatnot. And when I was in my scheming days, it was always the thought process I've always had, bro. Is like, look, I'm gonna always be 100 with you. I'm gonna treat you with respect. You know, cool. Like, for me to be even interacting with you or dealing with you, like, I like you. You cool, yeah. Right? That don't mean like I care deeply. That don't mean that at all. But at the same time, just human decency to, you know, whatever, treat you like that. And being like, hey, hold on, before you go into that. And this is one thing I feel like separates certain people. Some people operate differently. Is when it comes to scheming, some people got to lie. In their scheming, they lie to kind of get what they're looking for, whatever that may be, right? To whereas you have some individuals, and I include myself in this, it's like, I'm going to be 1,000 with you on where you stand in my life. 1,000. And I feel like way more, like, I feel like some people may think like, oh, well, that's not going to work. Like, oh, I think during this time, and it's been like this, people appreciate the honesty. It's like, oh, okay, that's how we moving. I think we have an example right now of a mutual friend who we've talked to, like, bro, if you just be 1,000, trust me, whatever it is you're looking for, you'll get it, because they're gonna appreciate the fact that you just being honest Yeah, and like we've seen it
multiple times, but yeah, bro, like that. That's the best way.
Your face clean.
Your face clean,
That's
bro.
it. Your face clean.
That's the best way, for sure. Because I mean, at the end of the day, it always gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? It'll come back as far as like, it'll come back somehow. You know, it'll come back somehow. Yeah. So, anyways.
All right, but yeah, before we start diving too deep, and then
exactly.
Let's go back to marriage.
Before
anyway,
we get back to marriage, before we get back to that, bro, I done seen a couple crazy questions. I don't know if you've seen these, but let's talk about these real quick, and we'll y'all can answer too. We'll probably post this as a promo, put it in the comments, all that. Let us know what you think. I got 2 questions for you, though, Troy. First question: in your house, would you rather have ghosts or roaches?
Oh, ghosts.
Why?
Ghosts. Every time. Look, I ain't fucking with no roaches, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. If the ghost, all right, so okay, let me add this caveat though. Are the ghosts killing me? Are the ghosts like actually causing me physical harm?
They doing what ghosts do.
So they just around.
Whatever you think ghosts do, that's what they doing.
I don't know. It's iffy. You got some angry spirits, and then you got some chill spirits. They just in the crib. They just a roommate. If it's just a roommate, I ride with the roommate ghost. Because I'm gonna be frank with you, bro. Having roaches, like so, and this so why I am genetically against roaches. I'm actually allergic to roaches, bro. No bullshit, bro. No bullshit. So like, I got tested for my allergies like back when I was like 18, right before I was going to college, and they told me you're allergic to cats, dogs, dust, and roaches. And I remember like my mom took me, and I remember my mom was like, "Huh?" It's like already at that time I hated roaches, but he was explaining to me. Roaches on their legs, they have like these little hairs that, let's say you in a roach infested house, or back if you went to school and your classroom was a portable and maybe there's roaches in there, it gets into like the air and you can breathe that shit in, which that disgusted me so much more hearing about that shit. But yeah, fuck them roaches, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't give a fuck. Fear factor, eat the roach, suck my.
Hey, I can't lie, sir. Bro. I'm with you, bro. Sir. I do not fuck with roaches, bro. Like, bro. Let me tell you one story, bro. So I'm probably like 6th, 7th grade. I'm with my mom's. My mattress is on the floor, so I'm asleep. When I tell you, I wake up, a roach is on my nose, looking at me, looking at him, looking at me. When I tell you, I jumped up and ran out the house, bro. Fuck roaches, bro. I will take a million ghosts. Casper, come fuck with me, like, cause I am not fucking with no roaches, bro. Oh, but I can't, bro. Allergic? Oh, hey. Nah, bro. I gotta go. I'm allergic, bro. Yeah. I can't even. Allergic?
Nah, it's trash.
Hey, look, I ain't fucking with roaches, bro. Give me Casper all day.
Ever. And then what's crazy, recently that came up in a conversation, not the same topic, but somebody was talking about roaches, and I was saying like, oh yeah, roaches can bite, and someone was like, oh, roaches can't bite. Yeah, they can bite, bro.
Yeah, roaches can actually bite. Them hoes can fly too. Imagine which one you. Oh, fuck that. Yeah, I done forgot about that. But that bitch fly. Oh, I'm out. Jesus.
And then the way, hey, listen. And then the way it flies, it's the most scariest shit ever. You was like, all right, I gotta kill it. It's on the wall. You go to hit him, and then when it takes off, it don't just take off in a silence. It's
like a Ford pickup starting up, man. Like,
yeah. Bro,
yeah, I'm dead, bro. And then when they fly, like, roaches, if it's off the wall, it don't even fly like, you know how stuff fly. It fly towards you first, and then it goes somewhere. Like, bro, nah. I ain't fucking no roaches, bro.
Fat. Listen, bro, if I see, like, you know, every so often when it's raining, like, you're in the South, you might, it's going to rain. Sometimes you might run into a roach, like a palmetto. So when we talking about roaches, I'm going to be frank. I'm talking about palmettos. I ain't talking about little baby ass, little toddler ass. I'm talking about them big boys.
I ain't fucking with
the
no
big
roaches.
boys. None. I ain't fucking with none of it.
This
but
big.
it's the palmettos that
'cause
really
they fly,
push it.
bro.
Look, bro.
Anything that's
Bruh.
ugly and can get in the air, bro. I'm not fucking with it.
Hey, look, bro. Palmetto roaches are the GDs of the insect world, bro. They the GDs, bro. The gangster disciples, bro. The Crips, the
OGs,
Bloods,
like
whatever the
triple,
worst
OG,
gang is.
OG, triple.
Yeah,
OG.
bro. Like
Yeah.
no chance. Like if I saw one too many roaches in my house, I'm gonna be frank with you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna probably start looking for somewhere else to move.
that's it.
Like,
I
no
feel
doubt
you, bro.
about it.
I feel you. Call Terminus or something. next though.
What was
Okay. This one kind of had me. I had to think a little bit about this one. So, would you rather fight 100 chicken-sized T-Rexes or one T-Rex-sized chicken? Would you would you rather fight 100 chicken-sized T-Rexes or one T-Rex-sized chicken?
Hey, as you say that, as you talking about T-Rex, all I'm thinking about, it was some video I saw that it was like, I got a big head with little arms. Okay, so one T-Rex sized chicken, or you gotta fight it.
No gloves.
Honestly, shit, if you fighting like a 1,000 or 100 small chicken sized T-Rexes, you could probably punt them shit. You could punt them shits to sleep. But if they get organized on your ass, you out of there. You out of there. But the chicken, see the thing with the chicken too, like it's a chicken. Chickens don't eat meat. So like, but if you get hostile with that boy, he might hit you with one of them real quick. Oh man, I don't know. I will. So, matter of fact, I'm gonna go with the big ass chicken. The reason why is because would you face off with 100 dogs that's attacking you?
What kind of dogs?
A dog that weigh like 25 pounds. Well, I guess the chicken would be a lot less, huh? Chickens weigh about what, 15, 10 pounds?
Yeah, they ain't much though.
We just be eating them shits. We don't
Skinny
really know
legs.
what's going on. We separate the food from the farm. Nah. I'm gonna fight the big ass chicken.
So what's your approach?
I'm
How
gonna
you
fight the
gonna-
big ass chicken. What? Can I get a weapon? Do I have some
whatever,
weapons?
what's your approach?
All right, so I'm gonna throw some corn. Damn, he gonna big as fuck. He probably can't even see the corn that I roll out
You
there.
gotta throw the whole cob.
But let's say that he can. Yeah, let's say throw the whole like a bunch of cobs. Just throw that bitch out there. Just boom, boom, boom. Toss him. Lure him in real quick. And then I gotta be nice with the kill though. I'm gonna harpoon that motherfucker in the neck. I'm gonna harpoon him in the neck. Like straight.
All right, bro.
All right, wait. Are you gonna fight the big ass chicken? Or
All
are you
right,
gonna fight
bro.
the little ass T-Rex?
Let me tell you, bro. I can't hold you, bro. Like, first of all, I'm little. So let's just get that out of the way, right? So me and them chicken-sized T-Rexes, they not that much smaller than me, probably. You know? So, because my first thought is like, oh, I'm just finna kick them motherfuckers, bomb, bomb, bomb. But you know, after a while, my leg gonna get tired, and then my left leg ain't that strong. So when I kicking them, they ain't really going nowhere with the left. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll probably end up ganging up on me. So it's like, yeah, nah, fuck that. Like I would the only way I would beat them is pop, 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 pop. You know what I'm saying? The straight shooting. That's the only way. But now with the T-Rex sized chicken, the first thing I think about is, oh, nigga, your legs skinny as hell. I'm getting the axe.
But the legs
They
gonna be
are,
way
they
bigger
are.
now
But
that
check
he's
me
T-Rex
out. They are
size.
still this big. Give me an axe. Swap. Now what you gonna do? Now he just rolling on the back. So now I'm cooking him.
So you think? Okay, hold on. Flaws to this whole plan right now. Why do you think the chicken gonna stay still for you to chop his leg up?
That's the thing. You forgot what I said. I'm small. I'm coming from behind, bro. He's not even gonna see me.
Think about it. Ain't gonna take one
Why
cleave.
not?
Think about you cutting a tree.
But bro,
it ain't gonna take that
but
one.
Think about it,
You
bro.
just like you just said.
Yeah, but
I'm small.
But think
You are
about
not
how
going straight
small
through.
their legs are, though. You ever seen a chicken leg?
Bro, yeah, a chicken leg. Let's say it was a quarter of
an inch thick. And you said I can't swipe that one time with an axe.
And
that's
that might
very
be
small.
But but now we talking about the chicken is the size of
maybe
of
an inch.
T-Rexes. What? No, you got to multiply the whole body proportion. So if you look at a T-Rex compared to a chicken, that's probably like 1,000x, bro. So that's gonna happen with the leg too. My dog over here looking up how big a T-Rex is compared to a chicken.
I'm just looking up how big a T-Rex is.
I guarantee it's like 1,000x. It's like 1,000x. Find that.
I'm not talking about pounds. I'm talking about height. Okay, 40 feet. Damn. 40 feet in length? Hey.
Yeah, bro.
I can't even hold you, bro.
Hell
Give me the 100. Give me the 100. Take his high T-Rex. I got a better chance. With the big ass chicken, bro,
you got a one shot kill.
You need a bazooka. Damn, bro.
Yeah, once you give yourself away, it's a done deal. It's a done deal.
So give me the 100 because I got the better chance. I just got to get them in like groups of 5. You know what I'm saying?
Not happening. Coordinated.
I got to get them in groups. Like they got to come at me like levels. Like all right. I beat the first level. The first level is just like 2 of them hoes. You just pop real quick. Get the fuck out of here. Go somewhere. And then more come as as time progress. And then shoot, it might be when you get to the boss level, that's the T-Rex size chicken. Okay, let's make a video game.
Oh god, bro.
Yeah, that's a toughie, man. What y'all? Y'all let us know, man. That's a toughie. That's a toughie.
Hey, that's a funny question. Hey, the would you rather questions are always hilarious.
Yeah,
we got to do a lot more of those.
For sure, I got plenty in the dome.
Marriage. So I was thinking about a lot of people not getting married, bro, these days. No more. At least that's what the news say. I feel like everybody getting married. I feel like everybody around us. Yeah. But they say they saying online, and this is the news and social media and all that. They saying like millennials not getting married because they broke. Them pockets shallow.
Do you think that's a good reason?
So like people are like, yes, yeah, I do. Because, and I say this with just a caveat, because this is me taking into consideration people's mindsets. Not a lot of people are built to struggle together. Like, and I like, not a lot of people are built for that. I think you can be in a relationship and maybe you didn't go through any struggle with one another, like you both were down bad and y'all both got out in the mud and was on the same page. I don't think a lot of people are built for that.
It's tough, man. It's tough. I think it's tough
said,
because, I mean, yeah, like that's already a tough situation, but a lot of times people don't even really like know themselves, so they kind of like learning themselves through those struggles, and it can kind of end up to where they just, they're not the same person. You know what I'm saying? Like those struggles might cause someone to change for the better or for the worse. You know what I mean? But it might cause someone to change to where the other person, it could have the same effect, but it may not. So,
look, who you are with money, like with financial, quote unquote financial freedom, with the ability to kind of like, okay, I'm comfortable, I'm not tripping, I'm not worried about living check to check. that person, that version of you, is very different than the person who's thinking about, what am I gonna cut out to make this work,
That's
so on and so
facts.
forth, right? And that adds into, like, they also were saying, like, how, like, millennials aren't having kids, like, and I don't, like, that's overall. That's not specific to, like, black people or anybody. It's everybody. It's just the age group, like, they're not having kids, and I agree with that too, bruh. I am a firm believer that broke people shouldn't be having kids.
Yeah, for
I'll be
sure,
frank
man.
with
But I mean, that's kind of, aiding in your struggle. Technically, you know what I'm saying? Like, really, you're aiding in your struggle. If you don't have enough to take care of yourself, then you definitely won't have enough to take care of yourself plus one. You know what I mean?
Like,
so.
It's and let me add that before anybody be like, oh, he said people who don't have money shouldn't have kids. Nah, there's a difference, right? If you know it's tight as far as money, and you plan to make it work with your partner to have a kid, they're like, okay, how are we gonna make this work? Are we saving to handle these things or whatnot? Childcare is nuts, bro. I'm talking about people who broke as fuck and, like,
Can't take care of themselves.
And just
that's simple, bro.
like,
That's simple, bro.
spontaneously be like, I'm pregnant.
Like, when you like a lot of us be like, damn, I'm broke, but like we know when we broke for real. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Ain't nobody being affected but us.
You know what I'm saying? Like we know when we broke for real. So like that's all it is, bro. That's just the bottom line. Like, I don't, if somebody thinks otherwise, I feel like they're just being naive, bro. Like, because if you can't take care of yourself, then you definitely, it's just proving that you're not gonna be able to take care of the child. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless something changes. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be able to take care of yourself to be able to take care of your child. That's the bottom line.
Facts. Oh,
Like, that's the bottom line,
bro, amazing segue, bro. So this goes into the next thing we were trying to talk about, right?
On the opposite side, how you got so much money.
No, not even that.
Okay.
Yeah. On the opposite side, you got so much money. Yeah, you are right about that. But, like, okay, so this past maybe like a week or two ago, saw Nick Cannon was in the news about, he's had I think in a span of a month or maybe like 2 or 3 months, he had like 4 kids, all from different women, right? And so the story,
two twins, so 3 different women, 4 kids.
Okay, so 4 kids, 3 different women. It was all within a month, right?
Something like that. I'm not sure about the timeline, but I know it wasn't far apart.
Right. So that's the news, right? And he already has, like, I don't know how many baby moms, but it's probably like 4 or 5. He has, I think, like 7 kids, whatever it may be. So
yeah, I want to say 7 kids over 4 baby moms.
Mm-hmm. So okay,
got 2 sets of twins.
So he is on the opposite side of this conversation in a sense, because he has so much money, right, in comparison to the normie, I guess, and he has the resources that it's like, all right, I'm just gonna have kids. Now let's add in too. We don't want to miss out on the fact that he has some type of illness, right, that he can actually die.
Basically die at any time.
Yeah, at any time, right? He's been told that by his doctors and whatnot. So on the outside looking in, and he's talked about it on some radio shows of, like, kind of just living his life. And for the most part, it seems like this part of it is living his life of, like, meeting people, having a connection, and planting your seed and moving on, right? And just living that life and spreading yourself as much. Like, the world's not going to have you that much longer, and it seems like he's saying, I'm gonna leave as much of me as I can to the world. So that's the story, right? What do you think about that? What do you think about the idea of him doing that?
It does not make sense to me. And I say that because for me, being a father, I want to be around my child as much as possible, bro. Like, I hate when I have to wake up in the morning and go to work, because I want to be here just hanging out with my child, getting to know her, trying to teach her. You get what I'm saying? Right. So like with that, like I get, you know, you may die at any time, but I don't feel like that's a reason for you to bring kids in the world that you possibly won't even be able to, you know, take care of. And when I say take care of, I don't mean money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, from what I've been told, children don't remember all them gifts and stuff. They remember when you're there. Right. You know what I'm saying? And my question to him is how often is he going to be able to be there for all 7 of those children that are in 5 different households? Right. We don't know. That's my question.
We don't know what his time looks like, right? But I think it's safe to say the man don't got a lot of time. He's on all these wilding out. He's on that one show hosting the talent shows or whatever. And then all his other business ventures.
Masked Singer.
Yeah, I
don't know if that's
Masked Singer.
Yeah.
He's a celebrity. He don't got a lot of time. So there's that. So now I add on to the story. So the whole conversation of this came up on another podcast, another podcast that I listened to with Brilliant Idiots with Charlemagne and a couple other people on there talking about it. And when I was listening to it, one of the opinions, or at least one of the stances that a couple of the dudes had was like, they looked at the whole thing and basically saw it as like, yo, that's what's up. That's admirable. That's quote, like, I'm paraphrasing. They didn't use the word admirable, but that basically they were looking at it as a very,
basically they did. Bro.
It's like
they were basically saying, like, you know, I wish I could do that.
For the most part, you feel me, without really truly saying it, bro. And I think that shit trash, bro. That shit trash. It's trash as fuck. Because I'll say this, coming from like my upbringing, I didn't have my father in the house as much as I would have liked to grow up with him and whatnot. Not here nor there. Love my pops, cool. But I know that today as an adult, you know, that still affects me. Like, in the way that even now as I treat my own son and how I am, like, I think I'm much more on the other side of like, oh yeah, I'm here for you, my boy. Like, you ain't never gonna have to think about like, oh dang, like, you know, where's pops at, or I need my pops. Like, you know, it's like you kind of revert to the extreme sometimes. So like I look at it and they were looking at it as admirable, and one of the supporting, I guess, stances they had for the whole thing was like, oh, he got the money to do it. And bruh, when I say I got fire hot, I got so fire hot hearing that shit, bro. Because like the idea that because you got a lot of money, you can go ahead and just plant seeds all over the world.
Yeah, it may seem like it, bro, but money don't raise kids.
It don't, bro. Money can only go so far. And what that told me, bro, from hearing that stance was like, y'all, you value money way more than you should, which that's common for people. But like, I mean, this is even more to an extreme for you to believe that because you have a lot of money, that's enough to substitute having a true relationship with your children and being there and being present. And
I don't think decisions should be solely based off of money, especially when you have a lot of it. I feel like it's more so then, like, especially when you got a lot of money, you shouldn't make your money based off decisions, because most time it's gonna be based off of material,
right? Right.
So
it's trash, bro.
Yeah, no,
it's trash.
It's crazy, man. Like, yeah, I try to anytime I hear a situation or anything, I always try to put myself in both shoes.
You know
what I'm saying?
You got to.
But a lot of people don't do that. That's another story. But with that being said, like, I just can't see myself just I can't find any justification for me spreading seeds like that. You know what I mean? Like, I can't find any justification because, like, is it selfish? Like, I've been trying to figure out the reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I can't think of anything but just selfishness.
Look, I'll say this, bro.
Because even if you want to live your life, you can live your life protected.
There are situations, there are situations I believe that, boom, you have kids for different women. That happens. Like you're married to whoever, you're with whoever for however long. Yeah. Didn't work out with that person, then you met somebody else, cool. But like for people who are just kind of like, all right, well, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this one pregnant. Get that one pregnant. Get that one pregnant.
Yeah,
you're
like,
nuts.
I don't think he's.
It.
He's not in a relationship, right?
No. This is to me, bro. To me, I believe this is a situation where the women are like they're complicit in the actions of like, okay, cool. Well, like you're rich. I have your baby. You're basically gonna be taking care of me. That's basically what I think that is, right? Because. Yeah, a lot of people. To me, the way that he's moving, bro, it reminds me of like back in the day. You remember how you had kings who would have multiple wives and have, what if they had the money to do it. But like think about it like this, bro. And I will always say this: broken people make broken people. So think about the thought of like back then, where kings were having kids with whoever, spread thin. They weren't spending that time with the children or whatever. And then what do you end up seeing with most of those, I don't know if they're called monarchies or kingdoms or whatever you want to call them, the children fighting for the throne, killing each other, right? Mothers being killed. Like, it wasn't peaceful times. And then you had those children who grew up to be adults who were still trying to fight for approval from the parent. Bro, it to me, bro, those situations only breed more bullshit. And it's kind of wild to hear, like on that podcast, and hear the dudes were talking about, because those two specific individuals, in this case, were both individuals who on their other episodes, this is Charlemagne and Wax on Brilliant Idiots. Like, ain't no reason to fucking hide the names, but like they have talked about themselves and their upbringings and how their relationship with their father has fucked them up in so many ways. So then when I was thinking about that, I was just thinking like, okay, so you dealt with the trauma of that, and you're willing to deal with the same trauma of giving it to your own children, right? And I'm just saying, like, bruh, like it just made me think about broken people not always, but broken people tend to make more broken people, bruh. And it's sad to me. It's sad. Like, it's crazy sad. And that goes into other shit. It's not just having kids just willy-nilly and not raising them and being there for them, and then the kids possibly repeating the whole cycle. It goes into relationships too. How many times we done seen like someone who's had their heart broken at like 15, a man or a woman, go on to like just be a straight savage. Yeah. savage, bro. You feel me?
For sure. Yeah, it's crazy because I feel you on that, for sure. And more like this is like kind of on the other end, but more times than not that happens. But there are some cases to where you have a broken person. You have a broken person, and because they were broken, the offspring, they see that brokenness and they don't want any parts of it.
Right.
But I feel like it might be like 75-25. Like more times than not, they're going to take the characteristics of, who raised them, whether they kind of want to or not, because that's kind of just programming almost. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
no, I feel you. Broken people make broken people. Fucked up parents
that
make
most
fucked
times.
Up raise fucked up kids. Hater people raise hater kids. It's those.
Yeah, and yeah.
It's so important, bro. And I guess this goes back fundamentally, that a lot of people get into relationships or get married or whatever it may be, and not truly have their own individual foundation intact on understanding who they are as a person and who they want to be as far as a person in a relationship, bro. Right?
That's very important.
Yeah, bro.
Very important, bro. Very important, bro. Like, I think that it might be the most important thing. Like, a lot of times we end up getting into relationships with other people and we're trying to learn other people, but we don't even really know ourselves. So I feel like that is it should be a priority for us. Like, before we get into any type of relationship, we have to make sure that we know ourselves. We have to make sure that we know what we want, that we know what we're looking for. So that way we are we're not wasting our own time and putting ourselves through situations that we don't need to be, but we're also not doing that for other people. So it's very important. Like, we have to figure out who we are and where we are trying to go and what we want to do and how we want to live. So that way when we get into any type of relationship, friendship, whereas friendship, where you're trying to court them, anything like that, to where you know yourself, you know what you're looking for, so that way it's only beneficial to the people who are a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So
let me throw you a curveball.
For sure.
Curveball, right? And this is,
I hit them too.
this is in the same realm, right? We know that adultery or cheating in a marriage is wrong as can be, right? It's just seen as wrong in society. But what are your thoughts on cheating in just a pure boyfriend girlfriend relationship? Does it really matter?
So this is how I feel about all of that. Like, I feel like, okay, anything before college, that shit don't count to me. First of all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like those
so we talking about as an adult at this point. Okay, as an adult,
yeah, because those experiences, like, I mean, you don't really know who you are. You don't really kind of know. You know what I'm saying? It's all trial and error at that point. You know what I'm saying? Some of it may not be real. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, okay, yeah. So first, let me say that. But then, what's the question again, bro?
I was saying, so we know that cheating in marriages is wrong.
Oh, so yeah, cheating outside of the marriage, right? So I don't feel like you should get into a relationship, as far as, like, I guess, title, whatever y'all want to call it, an exclusive relationship, unless you're trying to court that person. That's how I feel.
So in other words, so you saying, if you get into an official relationship with someone, you're saying, like, hey, I can see the possibilities of me actually marrying you one day, and that's why
exactly, that's why I'm here. So because of that, I'm not going to do anything to jeopardize that.
Right.
But if we are just casually dating, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't have any ties to you. Mm-hmm. I don't have any type of ties to you, like you. And you know what I mean?
In reality, you're not cheating.
Is it really cheating?
Yeah, in reality, that's not cheating.
You know what I'm saying? Like, is it really cheating? Now, it does. I mean, it gets cheating to where, I'm not gonna lie. I'll just say both. Some males and females, they'll get to the point where, like, yeah, they'll agree to say we have this thing going on. Mm-hmm. They say we're exclusive, but you know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's cheating. So, it's all about what you say. Like, don't tell nobody you're gonna be exclusive and then don't be.
Exactly. So that's where I was just about to go.
Communication key.
I was just about to go there, because I was about to say, where people mess up is, like, all right, you could always be single and probably have that same person that you're gonna deal with, but when you enter the verbal agreement, right, and saying, like, okay, this is how we gonna operate. This is the way I think about that at times, bro, and I've kind of tackled the idea of it. It's like, is it fucked up or is it not fucked up? Because the true ultimate agreement, right, it is, when you get married in the eyes of God and whatnot, that's the true agreement. I guess a lot of men, I feel like for the most part, be like, yeah, that's the only agreement that really matters, right? But a lot of men also will make that other agreement with the person of saying, like, oh yeah, no, we're exclusive, we're on the same page, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, don't say it if you don't mean it. That's all.
Yeah, it's always
I said, like, before high, because I mean, like, high school, I mean, yeah, you would say that shit, but you don't really know what that shit mean for real. You know
yeah, high school, you legit. You
legit, like, you get what I'm saying. But, like, once you come kind of to your own, you in your adult life, you kind of have your foundation. You know what you like. You can't. I mean, it's just you don't want to. You don't want to do nothing like that. You know what I mean?
It's always this is what I take. This is what I take from it ultimately, from the side of being a man on this end, is that I'm a believer, and this is how I operate. If you couldn't stick to the verbal agreement between me and you, being on the same page, and like, okay, well, this is how I'm moving, this is how you moving. If you couldn't stick to it, we all make mistakes, so ain't nothing wrong with that. You feel me? A fuck up is a fuck up. But you got situations where you got people who are, they consistently with that. And, they know what they doing. They kind of doing that, and that's how they move. But, like, to me, if you couldn't really handle that level, ain't no way in my eyes you can handle that next level. You feel me? Because think about it like this, right? Remember when you was a kid and you were told not to do something, like, oh, you can't do this, so on and so forth. Oh, you can't do this. Nah, you can't don't go outside. Like when I'm home, don't go outside. You went outside. You pushed the boundaries. You did because you did, right? At the same time, now, if you still are doing that as an adult, pushing those boundaries and like not sticking to whatever your self-imposed rules are, how are you telling me that now all of a sudden because you had the ceremony, you had the big show and the parade, that you're gonna stick to it? And I'm not saying that no one can't, but I feel like it's hard. I feel like those people, men and women, going into that, you got to test yourself, bro. You got to test yourself, because a lot of people say that, like when I've had conversations with people who've kind of gone through that type of shit, I'm like, yo, so what made you do it? Why? Like, they don't really have, it's never really about the other person. It's always about like, man, it's an inner self type of thing. So then like,
that's real. Like,
how do you know? Like, and I feel like most likely you will hear the person be like, oh, well, you know, when I get married, bro, no, I ain't gonna do that when I'm married. I'm like, how do you know that? Because you can't you right now, test yourself. Can you not do it right now?
That's real.
So I don't know. I've always found that topic interesting, bro. Like, you know.
Speaking of that, I mean, that's actually another good segue kind of into our last one. So, like, speaking of that, let's say, you know, you do have things like you were saying where, you know, people fuck up, players fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Every day, B.
Every day, you know, something happens that we don't want to. So with that being said, you always can recover from your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? You always can recover from your mistakes. So I just want to talk a little bit on kind of how we do that and the reasoning behind it. You know what I'm saying?
So what kind of mistakes we talking? We talking itty bitties or we talking big boys?
Both, because I feel like all of these mistakes you need to learn from them,
right?
Whether they are minuscule or larger than life.
Right. So the question is, how do we So the question is,
how do you how do you handle your mistakes?
How do I handle my mistakes? I look at all my mistakes. I try to have the mindset of it's an opportunity to learn from. So you got like, okay, it's like, so we can say like, how do you cope with your mistakes? Like you done fucked up and you did something that like man, it's emotionally and mentally it's wearing down on you. The way I operate at times when I'm in those spaces, bro, I take it full force. Like if I fuck up or if there's something that's emotionally been bothering me for a while, I let it come in. I want to feel it because I want to know that experience and that feeling as much as I can, because I have the thought process of I'm not going to do this again. Right? I don't want to make the same mistake. I know what it feels like to do it, because you know, if you easily make a mistake, you make the mistake big or small, and you're like, ah, damn, I fucked up, or like, damn, I fucked up. But your response to both of those levels of mistakes is like, la da da da. Oh well, I'll deal with it later. Move on with life. That's cool. You have people who, you know, don't waste your time dwelling over it for like months and stuff like that. Cool, move on, internalize it, learn from it. But yeah, me personally, I soak it up, get that feeling, know that this is what that pain feel like, whatever it is.
So you don't want to feel that shit again.
Yeah, I don't want to feel that shit. That's my motivation. I ain't going through that shit no more. And then that's in like in any facet of mistakes, right? Whether it's like women, choices with women, or things that happen there, or with taking a chance with like a business venture or an investment, or saying the wrong thing, or, you know, there's so many different types of mistakes you can make that, you know, the consequences it varies, right? But it's like you got to soak that up, and that's how I handle it. I internalize it and take it in, bro. Like any pain that I experience, bro, I take that shit fully. I want to feel that shit. You feel me? To this day, and I ain't gonna go off topic, but just tidbit. I'm the person, bro, that I can think of a situation that happened years ago and get to the same level of anger or emotion that I had if I'm consciously trying to get there. You feel me? So like So if I if something happened like however many years ago with somebody I got beef with or whatever, and I want to bring that back to the forefront, I can just think through it and replay it, and it comes back. that's just how that shit go with me. But
True.
But how do you internalize? How do you handle it?
See, that's different for me. So I try to get past it. So like, cause I have in my mind that like I ain't perfect, bro. I know I'm gonna fuck up. Like something's, you know, I'm gonna fuck up something. You know what I'm saying? So I try to always keep in mind, okay, like what did I do wrong this time? I go through like a type of, I guess, evaluation, if you will. So
self-review.
Okay, what self-review, bro? Self-evaluation. So, excuse me, like, okay, what did I do this time to cause this? What did I do to get me to this situation? You know what I'm saying? And once that's figured out, then you know what not to do again. You know what I mean? And the issue, like the hard part is just not doing it again. You know what I mean? Because once we do something and we get that feeling and we just know we fucked up, like nobody likes the feeling of fucking up. You know what I mean? But
Facts.
we fuck up more than once. You know what I'm saying? So we feel that feeling more than once. So like with that being said, like nobody likes it, but it's gonna happen to us. It's gonna happen to us. You know what I'm saying? Whether we like it or not. So with that, I try to not focus so much on it happening, but focus on how I can prevent it from happening again.
Nah, I feel you. Yeah, and I think
and just final thought on it. And I am kind of the person which is like not like I don't worry about it, but it's just like I'm not trying to feel all of the pain. Like once I feel I get my glimpse. Like once I get my glimpse, it's like, oh no, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
See,
I'm straight. You know what I mean? I don't need it all. I don't need it all. Like you know what I'm saying?
I need to feel that shit.
Yeah, I don't need it all. Like just it's like you know, it's like you dip your toe in the pool and it's cold. Oh, that's all I need. I'm straight. I ain't really gonna get in. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to jump in that bit. Like I'm freezing.
Yeah, I need to feel it.
Yeah, that's what you need. And then you need to get chiseled out the ice.
Especially because I guess my thought process is just like, I don't want to take it for granted.
Wait till April when I thaw out, bitch. I'm gonna beat the dog shit.
I want to feel it because I don't want to take it for granted. You feel me? If I take it for granted,
that's real, bro. I feel you. Like that's real.
Because even with the way that you would, like you mentioned, like you know, like you're gonna move on. It's not like I'm not saying that, you know, I want to feel it and just relish in it and then continue to always beat myself down or always be on to whatever it is. No, I can move on and everything like that. My point is, in the midst of whatever's happening, I'm not gonna ignore it. Right? I'm gonna go through the emotional exercise of whatever it is, accept it, and be like, damn, this is that feeling. Be angry about it. You feel me? You know, throw some punches in the air or whatever it might be. Like go to the gym and go super hard. Whatever it might be, right? While I'm coping with it. But I want to feel it and I want it to be etched in stone. Because I think I made this metaphor before. It's like chiseling. It's like chiseling the sculpture of you. You feel me? Yeah. So like, as you sit here and you take it, it's like, all right, boom, yeah, I ain't like that shit. Boom, 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 knock that bitch off. Boom, I ain't like that either. Boom, 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 knock it off. And to where you're chiseling a better version of yourself. So that's how I approach it. But I know some people don't have to do that. They can still get to the same results without having to do that. Or having to do it the way I do it. So
everybody does it different. That's why I kind of wanted to talk about it. And yeah, hopefully people can like maybe comment and stuff or send us some stuff about how they deal with their mistakes and how they handle those. But for sure, like I think I feel like everybody goes through them. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
So it's we have to know how to deal with mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Because none of us are perfect. you're gonna fuck up one time or another. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have been perfect all the way up for 25 years of life, but something gonna happen to where, damn, you know what I mean? Like,
Hey,
so,
all right.
Gotta be able to know how to.
I'm
get through that.
gonna leave you on this. We don't got nothing else. So I'm gonna leave you on this last story. I don't think I've ever told. I don't know if I told the story to y'all boys before. When I was going into, damn, this is a story that I want to go in detail. But anyway, I give a paraphrase of it. In high school, senior year, got caught up in a scam shit that had a homie of mine who was involved in it. He got caught up and then he had it. Like, think of like the pyramid schemes where it's like, damn, I got now I got to try to go get somebody. And it was on the likes of like, oh, blank checks and cash. That type of scheme type thing, right? And I went into college owing like thousands of dollars. Like, not massive, no more than like $3,000. But like as an 18-year-old,
that's massive in college. Man.
Yeah, it damn sure is. But like going into college and owing 3,000, like 3 stacks. And
You use the FOS money?
Huh?
I said you use the FOS money?
I use it as what?
I said, did you use that FOS money?
Yeah. Had to.
Shout
out to FOS. Saved my ass.
Shout out to FOS, boy.
Yeah, shout out to him. But yeah, but I bring all that shit up to basically say, like, I went to that situation, that getting caught up in that stupid shit, and you know, I had just reasons as to why I even caught up with it, because it already seemed kind of fishy. But I was like, I was trying to pay for Step Up. I was going to school, and my peeps ain't had the money. I ain't had the money, and it was just like the opportunity was there, and I was like, all right. So pay for what I had to pay for. It backfired in a certain sense, for the most part there. But like that, pretty much, that mistake, I felt that. I mean, collection agencies, and like I paid all it off and all that, like within like a year or so of like college, or probably like a year and a half actually. But what it did was that mistake and feeling that shit. That's how I treat money today. That's how I handle like, this is how I'm gonna move with money.
You heavy though.
I would never make a mistake like that again. When they talk, like back when we was in school and they was doing like, you should be here, or like all those pyramid schemes. Yeah. Oh yeah. The multi-level marketing bullshit, all that bullshit, bro. I was laughing. I was laughing those people to sleep. Like every time, like, nah, I'm good. And like to the point where like I made the mistake already. I'm not making that type of mistake again. Right. And it, like, my financial status didn't change. It was just the fact of like, on
Your
the resume
changed though, bro.
Yeah, on the resume, go down the resume. Oh, you was in debt for 3 stacks going into college because you got into some stupid shit. Ain't doing that shit no more. Yeah. So when I think about mistakes and how we can handle, how we should do it, I was just thinking about people who keep making the same mistakes and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. And this is like, and like what, it's hard. I can get in your shoes and understand like your environment is not promoting you changing, right? It's not promoting you kind of leveling up in your mindset. But it's always sad to me that you can't, that person, that individual, those people who make whatever the mistake may be, whether it's cheating, whether it's getting caught in schemes, whether it's getting fired from a job, whether it's getting into fights and getting in trouble with the law, whatever the fuck it is, it sucks to be on my end of it and look at that individual and say like, damn, you can't step out of your shoes and see how you fucking ruining yourself. Like you can't like it's heartbreaking, especially when it's someone you may know. And I feel like we all may know people like that in some course of our lives, that it's like some people who just can't stop beating themselves up by making certain mistakes. So
yeah, man. So like with that being said, man, everybody can get past your mistakes, man, no matter how big they are. Like you've heard examples of us already going through things, from the last episode as far as college and how we've bounced back from those. So just keep that in mind, man. Like everybody mess up. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is perfect, no matter how they look on social media, on the gram, on the bird, no, on the book. No matter how they look, like everybody has had to overcome a mistake. You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. We have our ways that we handle it. So maybe you could use those if you don't have a way. Hopefully we can get some people who are who share their different ways that they do. But definitely always just remember, like, keep your head up, man, because you can always bounce back. You know what I'm saying? It's a meme that I love. It say like me when I bounced back from taking an L, and then it got and it got, I don't know if y'all seen Paid in Full, but it got Mitch on there, and he's like,
oh yeah,
it's me, baby. Yeah, it's you know, it's me, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm back. You know, like so
I'm broke,
I keep
baby.
that in mind. I'm broke, baby.
I'm broke, baby.
You know what I'm saying? So man, you can always bounce back, man. So y'all keep that in mind.
Always.
Definitely, man. Do whatever. You know what I'm saying? The hardest situation, Sha'Carri gonna bounce back. You know what I'm saying? Team USA, I'm sure they're gonna bounce back.
Conor McGregor with a broken ankle.
Oh,
he gonna bounce
man,
back. We
didn't
even talk about
get
that.
into that. Conor McGregor broke his ankle last night, but hey, he gonna get back in. He gonna get back into it, man. He's still gonna be making his bread doing it. So man, y'all keep that in mind, bro. It's no matter what you go through and the mistakes you make, you know, players fuck up. You can always come back.
Every day, B.
Always come back.
Every day.
Players fuck up every day, B. Niggas die every day, B.
Every day.
Just be thankful you alive.
Hey, so with that being said, that has been the Hey Bruh You Seen This podcast. First episode with the video. How y'all like it, man? Please subscribe. We're on YouTube now. Obviously, if we got video. So subscribe, like, comment, share it. You feel me? Obviously, we here talking about everything, man. You know, we just up and coming, trying to be out here and be great. You feel me? But with your host, Grizzle Smoke, my co-host, King
Deem on a mic. Y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all boys watch to come up and be easy.